Hello and welcome to FTN News Tonight. I'm Great Jakers1113. We're going to begin now with our top story that Hop FR has been sworn in to become the next mayor of Washington, D.C. He will. Oh, God, I had this stream open there on 7. I forgot to mute it. So, Hop FR has been sworn in as the next mayor of D.C. He took the oath of office at around 7 p.m. He was officially sworn in as mayor. What followed immediately was a mass patrol. There was a large activity spiked in DC. An entire server was filled. Haven't seen that in a while. Afterwards, a mass patrol followed. Club Urbit. After the event, Club Urbis was where mainly most of the most of the attendees congregated. There were a few Sponge Gang members. They did try to cause some chaos, but ultimately failed. Moving on, we're going to now go to the Republican primaries. Their schedule has been released, and joining me now is FTN News President and Republican Party Vice Chairman, John of Doom. John?
Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here.
No problem.
Do you want me to continue or?
Yes. So you said in the announcement that there has been a large amount of inactivity from the chairman. Yeah, I've also seen that. What I wanted to say is, within the party itself, how inactive has he been? Like within the party, within the party's high ranks, has he been working with the national committee and stuff like that? Has he been active with party officials, or has he just not been active?
Can't say much in regards to but other than that, I can't really comment on the status of the chairman or any high-ranking official at the Republican Party, because that's basically not what I do at this moment.
Okay. It was a bit hard to hear you there in the stream. I'm gonna turn that volume up.
Can you hear me?
Okay. So you're saying that you can't really comment on that? Okay. John, I'm gonna make your user volume up. Okay, try speaking now. Um,
All I can say in regards to that is that he's been kind of AWOL the past couple of days, and that comes in regards with the presidential primary, which is going to be wrapped up by March 1st. We have to have a candidate on March 1st.
yeah. So
that's why I had to step in regards to that and announce the full
So,
schedule
yeah.
in regards to the RNC.
Okay, yeah. I completely understand. I think on stream your audio might be a little bit quiet. I'm trying my best to fix that, but hopefully I'm gonna see quick. Can we hear you on the stream? So he was officially. We'll check that later, actually, because I have the desktop audio on. I'm sorry, the show has not been as smooth as I wanted it to be. But so, anyways, the Republican Party his reputation is not good. It's been losing support. Since you're vice chairman now, what do you intend to do about that?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do in order to boost activity and the popularity in the Republican Party, it has been falling ever since the whole Vinnick scandal stuff that kind of was coming. If you all remember the result against Vinnick very well, you might have known that the former chairman of the Republican Party and the president was a target, and ultimately he resigned as a result of events. I can't really remember what happened, and I'm not sure what his name was, but he was the former. I think it was Leo. He kind of left as a result of some other stuff. And yes, you are right. The Republican Party has been in shambles. The Constitutionalists have regained their majority, and we may see the rise of the plutocrats. I have heard about that, but keep in mind, just like with just like what happened before, they will be on top, and then they're going to fall again, and then another party will rise, and another party will fall again. It's a cycle that changes based on uh, what's going on, who is the most popular person in Noosa right now, and I believe we can rebound not by having a little popularity contest, but by being the party that works for people, that works for the average person who doesn't have a big ego as the other party does, and get some work done and some solutions for the American people that does not result in our own little biases. But we're going to come back in one way. We're going to come back. I can't tell you when we might be back on top again, but we will be in. We will come in. We will come bouncing back in some form, one way or another.
That is thank you for that. One more thing regarding the Republican Party as a whole. We all know the Merrick Garland removal vote happened recently. We never heard anything else about it. What happened in regards to that? Did it fail? I think it most likely failed. I think, and
Voting kind of paused. That's all I can really say about that. But he hasn't been removed. That has not happened. So it's just been on a little pause time period as of now. But it's something that I frankly do not know about regarding the status and the legality of the vote. But that's just all I'm saying at this moment.
okay, thank you for that. We're gonna go on to our. Now we're gonna move on to our next headline. The state of the time and date of the State of the Union address have been announced. We're now going to go over that for you. I just need to pull up the document. Why don't I pull up the things beforehand? I don't know. I'll never know, probably. So, here it is. This is coming from the speaker, um, Finesi. I think I pronounced that correctly. He has announced the State of the Union address. He has announced the State of the Union address to be on Friday, February 26th, 2021, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, that will be on February 26th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So, Friday, February 26th, Eastern Standard Time will be the date of the State of the Union address. That will be, FTN will have live coverage of that. We will stream that event, and you be sure to tune in. We're gonna move on to our next story, which we're gonna have input from John on again. Michael R. Smith leaving Noosa. He was basically the face of Fox News. He was the owner of CBS News, which merged with Fox. John of Doom, one of his former employees, and he was still mentioned, and he appeared on them a few times, even when he became president of FTN. So, John, how do you feel about the situation?
for the community as a whole because he did not own Fox. He was just the face of Fox in a way, but he kind of put up the infrastructure to create a streaming service that a lot of people watch. They know him and Fox for the outburst that happened between the that's my watch. I was just doing laundry, but he kind of his Fox will be known and back on CBS for the outburst between the panel and Fox was basically known for hyping up the Constitutionalists uh, back when they were kind of in their weak spot. If it wasn't for Fox, I don't think the Constitutionalists would have bounced back the way they have. And in a way, love him or hate him, he made a huge impact that it's going to be hard for anyone to replicate. I feel like that news has really lost a news source here and an amazing person, but I don't blame him. The whole country's getting stale and there's nothing really to do, and we're on some sort of waiting game. We don't know when. We don't know if there's always FTN, and that's something I really
Yep.
appreciate.
Yeah.
FTN have kind of tried to keep some of this stuff in, but there will never be a person like Michael who spent his time and dedication and maybe even some of his money to bring
Yeah.
this country the news they deserve and they need. So
Agree.
I don't think we're ever gonna have a news source like Fox or what Michael brought in the near future. We can try to replicate it, but it's not gonna be the standard of what he did then. My question is, where do we go from here? How will this impact the country? Because it is already in a tough state. All the major people have been here with us years ago. They're all gone. We're just kind of picking up the pieces. We're trying to regroup. And it's just feeling like we're kind of on the verge of this country's own death, I'd say.
Yeah, that is a clear example of like an activity. I'm also recently one of the Discord moderators in the NUSA Discord server, and I think he was also part of clan management, left the community. Which one was it again? I got it. It's my computer is running slow and streaming. There. Dev Graulius said he was retiring, but he hasn't only stepped down yet. But Atlas Worldwide has left NUSA, is leaving NUSA. So that's another example of this decreased activity. John? You there? Can't hear anything.
Okay, so in a way, we're gonna try to regroup. I honestly don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what the future is, but I don't want to say it's bleak, but it's at a questionable stage at this point.
Yeah, I think one of the main issues is toxicity. And if clan management, I have to say, if they try to crack down on this, it would feel like sometimes that it'll cause controversy. For example, like they'll say, I got banned for making fun of Rouse. I never know how to pronounce a lot of the usernames. You know, like, I know, like, if they're gonna... That makes sense, honestly, but that makes sense that people would be mad if he got banned just for making fun of a member of clan management. But if you're gonna ban... Then again, there's this toxicity, this layer of toxicity that NUSA looks like it's built upon sometimes. Can't hear you there. What?
Can you hear me?
Get closer to your mic. Yeah, I need to make sure the stream can.
One thing kind of fed into that toxicity and drew it into his own advantage here, and he kind of fueled that toxicity. And we wouldn't be in this current situation had he not used that on air to whose advantage. I don't know if it's to his own advantage or to someone else's advantage, but he kind of helped fuel that toxicity that is now ever present in this nation.
Thank you for that, John. So, anyways, we're going to now take a short break, and after this, we'll be back talking news about with multiple elections, including the Republican primaries. There are the constitutionalist chairman elections, and the House election sign-ups have begun. That's all coming up next on FTN News Tonight. And we're back with our first election story. Constitutionalist chairman elections have begun. Have begun. So, wait a minute. I'm gonna cover this and see what John sent me after that. But I'm gonna first read the Constitutionalist Party announcement, and then I think we have some breaking news after that. Sorry, I was unprepared today, but voting for the Constitutionalist chairman elections have begun. I'm trying to find the list of candidates I remember seeing on somewhere. They are okay. I thought it was an election announcements. Okay, we do not know exactly who the candidates are. We know one of them is Senator Rotten 5. We will most likely afterwards. This and John of Doom has unfortunately had to leave, so therefore, and we need to. I think we got. Wait, do it. I'm gonna double check. We may have breaking news, and we may have to cut it to a special report in a moment. Final release from Attorney General Cabot. Let us take a look. have breaking news. We're going to quickly stop a moment, stand by for an FTN News special report. Hello, and this is an FTN News special report. Attorney General Alex J. Cabot has officially resigned. And he has released a lengthy document announcing the resignation from. This is from the Attorney General. But we're now going to read the following. Following the signature of the Court of Appeals Reestablishment Act of 2021, the President agreed to nominate me as the next Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals. And after the passage of my nomination in the United States Senate, I will be resigning from the office of the United States Attorney General. I notified the President of my intent to resign yesterday due to my inability to continue as Attorney General due to sheer amount of activity, motivation, and spoon-feeding needed to maintain the department, and would like to return back to the judiciary. I will serve the patriotic, conservative, federalist values which we so hold dear. Throughout my executive tenure in news, I have aided the department I have aided in the placement of over a dozen judges onto the federal bench and many appointments within the Department of Justice. I thank the agency directorate for working with me and for the betterment of our law enforcement capabilities within the United States. I would also like to thank President Lyon for nominating me as his Attorney General, President Nightmare for keeping it on, President Lacrema for nominating me as his Deputy Attorney General, President Technozo for nominating me to the Court of Appeals, and President Reset 4K for nominating me as Chief Judge of the District Court. All of the aforementioned were highlights in my career, but I would now like to return to a lower profile and something I can handle effectively, but with lower levels of activity. And another body I would like to thank is the United States Senate for continuously confirming all my nominations when presented with them, and for working with me throughout this administration and previously pushing through the beneficial and effective legislation for the American people. My staffs have been amazing and helpful through every step of the way. I congratulate and my well wishes to Attorney General nominee Northern Darkness and believe his extremely tenured time in law enforcement will benefit the department and its subcomponents greatly. We have made extraordinary achievements while I've been here, reforming the Office of the Inspector General, creating a new academy which will encourage recruitment and training within the United States Marshals Service, and more effective and transparent rates of criminal persecutions, working in coordination with the intelligence community and congressional leadership when seen necessary and needed. The creation of the DOJ Attorney Training Program, now awaiting enactment by the next administration, filling the ranks of the DOJ with tenured attorneys whom I trust dearly. Sanural, I trust dearly. Sanural and his work as Solicitor General has been fantastic, along with Deputy Attorney General Fletcher and Chief of Staff Chris Boss, installing new BOP leadership and reforming it into a cult, reforming it from a cult into a fully functioning agency. Wait, there's more. Ridding the DOJ of bureaucracy and political persecutions and investigations, and overseeing the special counsel investigation into the attempt to overthrow our democratically elected representatives in the United States of America. We are working with private businesses on law enforcement powers, bringing back accountability and stability into the DOJ and its subcomponents, returning Sid from ruins, incompetency and inactivity. While the effect of our work is yet to be seen, I believe that time will show our great work collectively, and that incoming Attorney General Northern Darkness will be someone who will embrace and benefit from it. I know some sub-agency leadership and employees have seen my response to their actions, deem them extreme, but we have and will continue to weed out toxic failure LARPers in our DOJ, and will deal with them swiftly. You are not entitled to be in our agencies. It is a privilege, and if you do not respect, then you will simply have no place here. I have taken with the incoming Attorney General. I am talking with the incoming Attorney General, Northern Darkness, and he will maintain the same approach. No questions asked. Thank you, God bless you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. That is an interesting. Attorney General Cabot has resigned. We're now going to go back to our story that we were covering, which was the constitutionalist chairman elections. We're gonna shortly now going to go to the Constitutionalist Voting Center and check out the results and see how things are going so far. Video feed may cut for a moment, but that is okay. That'll be because the game closes. So it is. Constitutionalist primary voting has begun. We're now waiting on we're now going to wait for results, but Constitutionalist Party voting has officially opened. So, registration is also open for the House, and also there are RNC special elections. We're now going to read out the candidates as this loads. Asher Endo. These are RNC special elections. Cotton Rockefeller, David GC 890, Hilty West, Max Rockefeller, Sheev Palpatine, TGR. The election will commence at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on February the 26th and last 24 hours. Results will be announced at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on February 27th. So that is, and speaking of the Republican Party, we'll be having a debate there. There. We will be broadcasting their primary debate. Be sure to tune in. Here it is, GDK Fonzo. I thought he was already the chairman of the NLP. He leads right now, but he leads with 28.88%, and behind him with 24.44% of the vote is who? Who's it? X Low Key Brooklyn. And then below him is with 16.66% of the vote is Akai Chum. And then with 10% of the vote, Trist Foley 12, and then 7.77% of the vote is Rotten 5. And Armand Foley with 3.33% of the vote. Alex J. Former Attorney General Alex J. Chabot with 2.22% of the vote, and Chris D. Boss with 1.11% of the vote. That is the current standing of the constitutionalist primaries. We're just going to continue our election coverage here. House signups have began. I'm considering at the time, I think it was way too early to begin covering them because the majority of results have not came in from the party. We're going to wait for more votes to come in. So we don't have much else to cover, so therefore I'm now going to say good night. Hope you enjoyed FTN News Tonight. Compared to last night, I apologize that this broadcast was not as smooth as it should have been. We were struggling with audio and all that, and also I got home late, rough day. I also had a very rough day today, and earlier I wasn't in the mood to prepare. So I just went on and did my best. So I'm sorry, and I'm hoping that it'll go smoother tomorrow. Great. And on behalf of I'm Greg Jaggers 1113. Goodbye. Since John of Doom could not be here for the end of the show, I'm going to say goodbye on his behalf. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Thank you for watching FTN News Tonight.